Imagine leaving home at 16 with just a dream in your pocket, in a time when having a car was something only the wealthy could afford. This is the story of Henry Ford, a young man from a farm who ended up revolutionizing the automobile industry. He faced a bunch of barriers and failures, but his desire to innovate was stronger. His big idea? The assembly line, which forever changed the way products are made. How did he do it, in an era when almost no one believed in the idea? How did he overcome all the challenges to create one of the world's most famous brands? Join us as we find out how Henry Ford turned the impossible into possible and changed the course of history with his ideas. Early life on the farm. Born into the simplicity of rural Michigan in 1863, Henry Ford's early years were steeped in the traditions of farm life. However, Henry's spirit was restless, driven by a curiosity for understanding and improving the machinery he found on the farm. Unlike his peers, Henry's interest lay not in the fields, but in the potential of what could be created from the gears and engines that fascinated him. This dichotomy between his environment and his passions was the catalyst for his future innovations. Henry's upbringing, characterized by hard work and exposure to the challenges of farming, instilled in him a resilience and work ethic that would underpin his later ventures. The farm was both a classroom and a workshop for Henry, where the seeds of his future ambitions were sown amidst the soil and machinery. A mechanical fascination awakens. As a child, Henry Ford's fascination with mechanics was ignited not by formal education, but through hands-on experience on his family's farm. By disassembling and reassembling timepieces, he became the local watch repairman, a title unusual for someone so young. This early tinkering laid the groundwork for his inventive future. Ford's innate curiosity about how things worked was a beacon that guided him away from traditional farm life toward a world of innovation. It was this blend of curiosity and self-taught expertise that set Henry on a path divergent from his peers. Through the gears of a watch, Henry saw the potential for greater machinery, dreaming of efficiency and automation in a world that was just beginning to grasp the full potential of industrialization. The turning point. The death of Henry Ford's mother in his adolescence marked a profound turning point in his life. This loss deepened his resolve to pursue a path aligned with his passion for mechanics, rather than the life of farming that his father envisioned for him. The emotional turmoil of losing his closest ally and supporter fueled his determination to make a mark on the world. It was this pivotal moment that propelled him to take the risk of leaving home in search of a new life in Detroit. The young visionary's departure. In 1879, Henry Ford, at the tender age of 16, made a decision that would not only change his life, but also the course of automotive history. He left the confines of his family's farm in Michigan, venturing into Detroit, a city that pulsed with industrial potential. This move was propelled by a vision far removed from the agricultural life predetermined for him. Detroit offered a landscape ripe for innovation, and for a mind like Henry's, obsessed with the mechanics of how things worked, it was the perfect playground. This wasn't just a physical relocation, it was a metaphorical journey towards transforming the future of transportation. Here began the saga of a farm boy who would one day become synonymous with the American dream, proving that innovation and determination can redefine one's destiny and the world. Detroit, the land of opportunity. Upon arriving in Detroit, Henry Ford found himself in a city buzzing with the promise of the industrial age. It was here, among the smokestacks and factory whistles, that Henry's dreams began to take shape. Detroit was not just a city, it was a canvas for his ambitions. The city's burgeoning automotive sector offered untapped potential for a young visionary keen on redefining transportation. Ford's early years in Detroit were marked by experimentation and learning as he navigated the complexities of engineering and business. This period was crucial in shaping his understanding of what was possible with the right combination of innovation, determination, and hard work. The first steps in industrial world. Henry Ford's initial foray into the industrial world was characterized by a series of jobs that honed his engineering skills and deepened his understanding of machinery. Working with steam engines and later at the Edison Illuminating Company, Ford was exposed to the cutting edge of technology. These experiences were invaluable, providing him with a practical education that far surpassed what he could learn in a traditional classroom. It was during this time that Ford's vision for the future of transportation began to crystallize. He recognized the inefficiencies in existing modes of transport and saw an opportunity to revolutionize how people moved. The Edison Experience. Working at the Edison Illuminating Company, Henry Ford found himself at the intersection of innovation and industry. This experience was instrumental, exposing him to the practical applications of electrical engineering and nurturing his inventive spirit. Under the glow of Edison's electric lights, Ford's vision for the future began to take shape. He saw the possibilities not just for improving transportation, but for transforming American society. His role at Edison offered more than just an income. It provided inspiration from one of the era's greatest inventors, Thomas Edison, and a deeper understanding of the transformative power of technology. Ford's time at Edison Illuminating was a crucible, refining his ambitions and preparing him for the challenges ahead. The return to the farm. After absorbing the dynamic industrial atmosphere of Detroit, Henry Ford returned to the farm with a renewed sense of purpose. This wasn't a retreat, but a strategic move to refine his vision for the future of transportation. Back in the familiar surroundings, Ford's focus shifted from mere employment to the creation of his own innovations. He transformed part of his family's farm into a makeshift laboratory where he could experiment and build without the constraints of a traditional job. This period was marked by intense experimentation and learning as Ford applied his acquired knowledge to develop his own engines and vehicles. The return to the farm allowed Ford to consolidate his experiences and focus on his ultimate goal, building an affordable car for the general public. Discovering the gas engine. After marrying Clara, Ford returned to Detroit. In the heart of Detroit's burgeoning industrial landscape, Henry Ford's encounter with the gas engine marked a pivotal moment in his journey. This new technology fascinated Ford, offering efficiency that steam engines couldn't match. His curiosity piqued, Ford dedicated himself to understanding and mastering this innovation. Through tireless experimentation and self-education, he grasped the principles of internal combustion, setting the stage for his future breakthroughs. This period was defined by Ford's relentless pursuit of knowledge, showcasing his belief in continuous learning and improvement. The gas engine was not just a new piece of technology for Ford, it was the key to unlocking the potential of personal transportation. The birth of the quadricycle. In the quiet of his workshop, Henry Ford's vision materialized into his first automobile, the quadricycle. This rudimentary vehicle, built with 4 bicycle wheels and a simple gas engine, was Ford's first foray into automotive design. The quadricycle was more than an experiment. It was a statement of Ford's belief in the potential of personal transportation. Despite its simplicity, the vehicle embodied Ford's innovative spirit and mechanical ingenuity. The creation of the quadricycle marked a significant milestone in Ford's career, demonstrating his ability to turn ideas into reality. Initial business ventures. Henry Ford's early business ventures were fraught with challenges and setbacks. His first company, the Detroit Automobile Company, failed to meet his vision, hampered by high costs and production delays. Yet, Ford viewed these failures not as defeats, but as valuable learning experiences. He understood that innovation required persistence and resilience in the face of obstacles. These early ventures taught Ford crucial lessons about the importance of controlling production and the need for affordable, efficient manufacturing processes. Despite the discouragement of early failures, Ford's unwavering commitment to his vision kept him moving forward. He recognized that true innovation often comes from overcoming adversity. The racetrack. Henry Ford's foray into the world of racing was more than a pursuit of thrill. It was a meticulously planned strategy to showcase his engineering talent and garner widespread attention for his automotive creations. The racetrack served as a dynamic stage where the fusion of speed, engineering excellence, and public spectacle brought Ford's innovations into the limelight. his racing vehicles epitomizing superior speed, endurance, and mechanical reliability not only captivated audiences, but also demonstrated the practical applications of his design philosophies. Engaging in racing allowed Ford to craft a public persona of an avant-garde engineer, whose vehicles could withstand the rigors of competition. This period was instrumental in establishing Ford's credibility as an inventor and entrepreneur, leveraging the popular racing scene to validate the performance of his automotive designs. The foundation of Ford Motor Company. The establishment of the Ford Motor Company in 1903 represented Henry Ford's grand ambition taking concrete shape, supported by a consortium of investors who believed in his vision. This pivotal moment was the culmination of relentless experimentation, strategic learning, and unyielding determination to change the automotive landscape. The company embodied Ford's revolutionary idea to manufacture affordable, reliable cars for the general public on a massive scale. From the outset, Ford Motor Company was propelled by principles that Ford held dear: streamlining production for efficiency, making cars affordable for the average American, and never compromising on quality. This venture marked the dawn of a new era in automotive history, positioning Ford as a leader ready to democratize automobile ownership and transform everyday transportation. The Model T. The launch of the Model T in 1908 marked a monumental shift in the automotive industry and American society. Henry Ford's dream of creating a vehicle accessible to the masses came to fruition, redefining notions of mobility and freedom. The Model T transcended its role as mere transportation. It became an emblem of innovation and progress, embodying the American spirit of exploration and independence. By prioritizing simplicity, durability, and cost-effectiveness in its design and production, Ford made car ownership a reachable goal for a significant portion of the population. The widespread adoption of the Model T catalyzed profound social and economic transformations, facilitating greater mobility, influencing urban development, and spawning new industries. Its success underscored Ford's visionary approach to harnessing technology for social advancement, making the Model T a symbol of 20th century progress. Revolutionizing production. The implementation of the assembly line by Henry Ford in 1913 was a groundbreaking innovation that redefined the principles of manufacturing. By dissecting the car production process into streamlined, repetitive tasks, Ford achieved unparalleled efficiency and scalability in manufacturing. This breakthrough drastically reduced the assembly time and cost of each vehicle, setting new standards for productivity and affordability in the automotive industry. The assembly line concept extended beyond its immediate economic benefits, embodying a transformative approach to labor, technology, and industrial organization. Ford's foresight in adopting and perfecting this production method showcased his exceptional ability to conceptualize and apply innovative solutions to complex challenges. The success of the assembly line solidified Ford's status as an industrial visionary whose methodologies continue to influence manufacturing practices worldwide. The impact of the Model T. The introduction of the Model T by Henry Ford in 1908 forever altered the American landscape, setting in motion a cultural and economic revolution. As the first automobile accessible to the average American, the Model T didn't just change how people moved, it transformed society itself. Towns and cities grew, new roads were built, and the very fabric of American life was rewoven around the mobility the Model T provided. Ford's vision of affordable transportation led to increased independence, bridging distances between rural and urban areas and knitting the country closer together. Furthermore, the Model T's production process, pioneering the assembly line, revolutionized manufacturing, setting standards for efficiency and productivity that echoed far beyond the automotive industry. The Model T's impact extended globally, influencing transportation and industrial practices worldwide. It wasn't just a car, it was the vehicle that drove the 20th century into a new era of progress and innovation. Raising the stakes. In a bold move that further distinguished his company, Henry Ford introduced the $5 workday in 1914, significantly higher than average wages at the time. This decision was not merely a gesture of goodwill. It was a strategic initiative to improve worker satisfaction, reduce high turnover rates, and increase productivity. By doubling the standard wage, Ford not only bolstered the living standards of his employees, but also set a new benchmark for labor practices in the industrial sector. This innovative approach to worker welfare demonstrated Ford's holistic understanding of industrial success, recognizing the direct link between the well-being of workers and the efficiency of production. The $5 workday also increased the purchasing power of workers, many of whom became customers of the very cars they helped produce, thus expanding the market for automobiles. Ford's initiative catalyzed a shift in American labor practices, highlighting the role of industry leaders in shaping societal norms and contributing to economic prosperity. Becoming the sole power. By 1919, Henry Ford made a decisive move to consolidate control over the Ford Motor Company by buying out all other investors. This maneuver was driven by Ford's desire for unrestricted decision-making authority and a vision to further his company's mission without external interference. By becoming the sole owner, Ford could swiftly implement his innovative ideas and production methodologies. This transition not only created several millionaires in Detroit, but also underscored Ford's commitment to his principles and his belief in the company's direction. With this newfound autonomy, Ford intensified his focus on mass production, innovation, and global expansion, further solidifying the company's dominance in the automotive industry. Ignoring market changes. Despite his visionary achievements, Henry Ford's later years were marked by a reluctance to adapt to changing market dynamics. His steadfast belief in the Model T as the quintessential automobile for the masses led him to overlook evolving consumer preferences for more varied and luxurious vehicles. This resistance to change resulted in declining sales and allowed competitors like General Motors to gain market share by offering cars in different models, colors, and with updated features. Ford's stubbornness highlighted a critical lesson in business innovation: the importance of staying attuned to customer needs and market trends. It wasn't until sales significantly dropped that Ford reluctantly ceased Model T production to develop the Model A, signaling a delayed response to market evolution. This period in Ford's career serves as a reminder that even the most successful innovators must remain flexible and responsive to sustain their relevance and leadership in the industry. The Model A and beyond. The introduction of the Model A in 1927 marked Henry Ford's belated acknowledgement of the need for innovation and adaptation in an ever-evolving market. This new model was a departure from the Model T, featuring more sophisticated engineering and a variety of styles and colors. The Model A's launch was a testament to Ford's capacity to reinvent and adapt, albeit reluctantly. It also represented a significant shift in Ford's approach to automobile manufacturing, embracing advancements in design and consumer preferences. The Model A's success reaffirmed the Ford Motor Company's place in the automotive industry, showcasing the company's ability to evolve and meet the demands of a new generation of consumers. The largest factory in the world. In pursuit of unparalleled efficiency and control over every aspect of production, Henry Ford embarked on creating the River Rouge plant in Dearborn, Michigan. By the early 1920s, this factory had become the largest industrial complex in the world, epitomizing Ford's vision of vertical integration. Here, raw materials entered and finished automobiles exited, showcasing a marvel of engineering and organizational prowess. The River Rouge plant was not just a testament to Ford's ambition, but also a symbol of American industrial might, setting new standards for manufacturing scale and self-sufficiency. Its creation demonstrated Ford's commitment to innovation, not just in products, but in the very processes that created them, reinforcing his impact on the industrial landscape. The decline. As the years progressed, Henry Ford's refusal to adapt to changing market preferences began to take its toll on the Ford Motor Company. The once revolutionary Ford cars, which had dominated the market, became outdated as consumers sought more variety and luxury in their vehicles. Ford's insistence on sticking to his original visions, despite clear shifts in consumer demand, led to a decline in the company's dominance. This period highlighted a crucial lesson in business and innovation. Success requires not only vision, but also the flexibility to evolve with changing times. Ford's reluctance to innovate left the company trailing behind competitors like General Motors, which were quick to capitalize on the growing desire for customization and style among the American public. The passing of the torch. In the mid-1940s, recognizing the need for new leadership and direction, Henry Ford made the difficult decision to step down, passing control of Ford Motor Company to his grandson, Henry Ford II. This transition marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter for the company. Under new leadership, Ford Motor Company underwent significant restructuring and modernization, addressing many of the challenges that had emerged during the later years of Henry Ford's tenure. The passing of the torch was a pivotal moment, ensuring the company's survival and continued relevance in a rapidly evolving automotive industry. It underscored the importance of leadership renewal in sustaining the legacy of innovation and adaptability. Henry Ford's enduring legacy. Despite the challenges and controversies of his later years, Henry Ford's legacy as a pioneer of the automotive industry and a key figure in the development of modern manufacturing remains undisputed. His vision of affordable transportation for the masses and his innovations in production transformed not only the automotive industry, but also the way products are manufactured globally. Ford's impact extends beyond the Model T or the assembly line. He fundamentally changed the relationship between industry, labor, and consumers, shaping the course of the 20th century. Today, the Ford Motor Company continues to be a major player in the global automotive market, a testament to Henry Ford's enduring vision and the foundations he laid. Ford's story is a reminder of the power of innovation, determination, and the courage to dream big.